Welcome, internets, to another session of Journey to Ragnarok, a campaign of mythical proportions. As always, we begin this session with a very lovely intro. Take it away whenever you're ready.
At Thorgest's behest, the hero's next quest, into the great forest they must wend their way, searching for Starry, his ancient sage mentor, hoping to find a friend not forgetful of Freya. A clearing reveals stone circle and altar, magically gleaming though covered with snow. Ullr's challenge, offered up to champions. Craftsman O'Peer speaks the right seed. Since bafflement is banished, Ullr's flight is acquired. Deeper into forest, harassing the heroes. Glimpses of ghosts, trolls, tree faces, and deer. Warn wanderers of peril, as woods prove pernicious. Dusk descends as does frightening fog. Could the territory of the Troll King be taking its toll? Setting up shelter, the party is plagued by upsetting visions in the unnatural wood. False sightings of friends, baseless blood, fearful corpses. Dead doubles appear to ruin resolve. During the cold night, heroes contemplate conundrums, trying to combat the chill in their souls. As Tobias watches, weird warriors advance, encircling the encampment, the friends to confine. Gwynetheia's strong magic sunder the spirits, granting the spellcasters space to break free. But fighters, beleaguered, trade blow for blow, life force leached each time shadows strike. Valiant efforts from Gwen and Tobias don't save the young bard from breathing her last, while O'Peer, with cursed axe, becomes a berserker, endangering allies and fearful phantoms alike. Astrid fades into finality and views mighty Valkyrie, chooser of the slain and guide of the gods, ready to ride the vaults of the heavens, carrying her to Valhalla, Ragnarok to avail. But mighty cloaked figure towers before her, halting the huntress with helmet and horse, declaiming destiny and reversing demise, raises the scald and restores breath to body. Shadow warriors slain, 3 of 4 friends stop fighting, only to discover that danger has not ceased. O'Peer, mouth foaming, eyes wild and wandering, still mistakes them for menace and assaults with his axe.
And as the fight with the specters of the undead come to a halt, the 3 of you would notice the rage behind O'Peer's eyes suddenly glaze over with a golden light as slowly he fades into specks of golden dust, eventually disappearing from sight entirely as the gold light joins the snow-fallen winds and whisks it away, leaving behind but a dull thud of his axe into the snow. Astrid, you especially, after embracing the gods, after your fall on the field of battle, could surmise that perhaps your ally was but an illusion of the gods meant to aid and guide you to a point where you 3 would be able to fend for yourselves as we move back to our map.
I think I will, pass that on to my companions.
A guide, you say?
Yes, that's the only thing I can think of. I have heard stories of the gods, when great destiny is involved, sending help in just various forms.
I see. And what of this axe? What shall we do with that?
Well, don't touch it, for starters. I think we should bury it or burn it or toss it out into the ocean.
Hmm. I second the ocean idea. It seems to have overcome our guide, and it seems fitting to let the home of our guide overcome the weapon in turn.
I like that. That's wise.
I agree. And Gwen is looking very sad, but she walks up to Astrid and gives her a big hug, and her rests like her head against her shoulder, and she mutters very softly in her shoulders, "I thought you had left." It's just you feel her breath like catch in her throat, and she jerks back and like slams her hands on your shoulders and just stares you dead in the face, just eyes just bug-eyed and wide. Just, what? What do you mean you did?
I'm a little bit scared to tell you because I think you might not believe me.
There are many stories of yours that you have told me that I do not believe. What is one more to the tale?
I know that I do that. I like a good story, you know? We're all supposed to like good stories, but I swear this is true. It would be profane to make it up. And you know that there are lines that I won't cross, right?
Yes.
I fell, and I saw a Valkyrie. She was beautiful, and her horse swept down, and she reached out her hand to me, and someone in a cloak got in her way and held out his hand, and I took it, and now I'm back and I feel fine.
Did you meet a god?
I think maybe
Would you like to roll me a history check, Astrid?
I would love to roll a history check.
That's
Wow.
Well, it certainly felt like it. I would have.
Yeah.
I'd love to give you more, but a 9,
Yeah,
unfortunately, is a
Nope.
9.
Don't do it. No, I'm a little bit rattled, but it helps very real.
I'm glad you're back. I do want you to know that I fully agree that you deserve that Valkyrie ride. You fought with honor, and you died a hero's death.
Thank you. And Astrid's eyes actually tear up a little bit. She says, I was surprised. I am surprised. So that means a lot that you would say that.
She gives her a big old hug, and she whispers very softly in her ear so Tobias couldn't hear, and she says, I never doubted your abilities to ascend to Valhalla. Ever.
I am learning everything from all of you.
The one thing that you've never had to learn is the ability to be yourself and be true. And that's one of the things that it takes to get into Valhalla.
She perks up a little bit and says, well, I mean, I don't know why I wouldn't be anything other than myself.
She just gives you a tighter hug and whispers that you're stupid in your ear, and then lets you go. Well, Au Pair was able to buy us some safety for the night, secure us some firewood. I think it's best that we take advantage of the night while we can and get some rest.
Agreed. Why don't I take watch? Like I said, I'm feeling great, actually. So let me do that.
All right. How many watches would we have left, Pi, would you think?
I would say by now, with everything that has passed, all of you would be able to get and finish a long rest for the night.
Okay. Well, wake me up when you're ready to change out. I'll take second watch, and Tobias, you can take the last one.
Tobias had first watch, according to my notes.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oops.
Appreciated. Which means I get to sleep now.
Yeah. No, both of you sleep.
So, all of you are able to get sleep and rest for the night. You are all going to gain the effects of a long rest.
Yay.
Yay, HP back.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, modifiers back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got fucked last time.
What did your strength go down to?
I think I got -3, so it went down to an 8.
Oh,
Yeah, those guys are rough in packs. Believe it or not. Well, you kind of have
believe
to
it. I
believe
experienced
it.
I was
Jesus.
gonna say you kind of have to believe it. You lived it. I kind of forced you to believe it. But as you guys wake up, and put more wood on the flames, everyone, well, the three of you, not everyone just yet, the three of you, give me perception checks, please.
this should go fine.
That's what I get for not singing it.
So Astrid, with your
Yes.
newly rejuvenated self and senses, you notice emerging out of the fog are two ghosts that look like they were the captains of the ones that assaulted you last night. But they don't approach with aggression. You see, as they approach, they both have their hands raised. Despite what the token may show, they both have their hands raised in gestures of peace.
I back up a little bit and alert my companions. And I've got my hands up ready to start a spell.
All of you.
Yeah, I come out and I flip my book open. Yeah.
Tobias, what's your
I
initial
would-
reaction?
I would have my hand on my weapon and my shield up, and kind of just try to maneuver my way towards my companions. Who are you?
They do not speak, but the one on the right makes a gesture towards you, Tobias, to come closer. And you notice both of them, now that you're a bit closer and things are calmer, the one on the left is in garb of the Wolves of the Shadow, and the one that is beckoning you, Tobias, is in an outfit of the Odin's Eye.
Strange.
Much closer.
All right.
As you approach, you feel the cold fingers of the specter bore into your skull, as painful as razor blades. You wince and fall on your knees, your head spinning. Suddenly, you open your eyes and you see in front of you a dozen men wearing furs of the Wolves of the Shadow. They are moving among the trees, making silent gestures to one another, not to startle their prey. When they come out of hiding, their blades drawn, they find themselves face to face with 8 soldiers of the Odin's Eye. They stand still for an instant, the two sides studying one another before they all slowly lower their weapons. The captain of the Odin's Eye walked towards the commander of the Wolves to speak with him. The latter points to some ruins not too far away, and the vision creeps through the canopy until they are in sight as a low growl emerges from the darkness below. Please make me an Asatru check.
Whoa.
Oh,
Please be good. Please be good. Please be good. This is happening like too quickly for me to consider asking for guidance with this, right?
Yes.
Okay. There we go.
The vision goes on. You see an ugly creature. Moss green skin, gnarly and tough as rock, crawling out of the darkness. Its sharp claws scratch the stone of the ancient ruins, clutching the handle of a claw-like object that looks like a metal mace, with 3 parallel sickles instead of a blunt end. Despite its hunch and short legs, the creature is at least as large as a bear. It sniffs the air with its pointy nose from the vegetation. A hail of arrows flies towards it. The monster barely flinches. Screaming, the soldiers of the Eye and the Wolves charge the terrible foe, weapons in hand. As the monster grins, ready for battle, the vision suddenly turns blood red, only to clear on the creature, its wounds healing as if by a spell, lapping the blood of its dead enemies as it drips from the weapon that butchered them. It takes a pin of the eye and a wolf medallion, grinning in satisfaction. As you come to, you notice that both commanders slowly point in the direction of the ruins, where they both walk backwards and disappear into the fog. And just like the other visions, the two of you don't see anything but what you did see for almost like in the time of like a split second. Tobias walked forward, and Tobias is suddenly on his knees clutching his head, and the 2 specters of the dead are gone.
Ow.
I run over and drop to my knees next to him and say, "Are you all right? Do you need me to heal something?"
No, I think I'm fine. He says, kind of patting himself and checking himself. Those warriors we fought before, they were warriors of the Wolves of Shadow and of Odin's Eye. They fought together to try to slay the troll that we're after. But it was too powerful. It wielded a wicked looking claw-like weapon, and it slew them all. And I think they're trying to guide us.
Guide us to what?
I don't know. Perhaps to safety, or perhaps to the troll. But Either way, they pointed in this direction.
So, so you're saying that, like, essentially an entire troop couldn't get rid of this troll?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
And, because I get sort of a Avenge Us vibe, and I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I might be getting that sort of vibe too. But who are we to disregard the guidance of the dead?
Well, that is the point well taken.
After all, you barely escaped death yourself, correct? I thought we lost you back there.
Yes, it was. It was quite the thing. So I suppose we detour then.
I suppose we detour. Yes.
I mean, as long as we don't think that this is more tricks from this wood.
What kind of a check would that be? Pi, like an Asatru or an insight? Like the kind of vibe we're getting from these
The
guys?
vibes from the woods. Okay, yeah, you can incite the woods.
Yeah,
Nature?
it's a
Right,
weird
but
check.
also-
Oh yeah, nature would work.
That also makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna make an insight check though. My God, I have no fucking clue. Astrid has a better clue. Thank God.
Oh,
Ah,
Well, there you go. So I'm gonna start with the lowest number. With a 14 insight into the woods as a whole, with the dispersal of the undead specters, you definitely feel a more ease come to your shoulders. You feel a bit. It's still a creepy wood, but you do feel a bit more relaxed than you were last night when you were surrounded by the dead, and seeing
less
faces
paranoid,
in the
maybe.
Yeah, less paranoid.
Okay.
Gwyn with a 20 in nature, you feel the same. You don't feel as paranoid as you maybe take a few steps to just investigate the surrounding area. You don't see faces in the woods. You don't see anything in the trees. You don't see darting shadows. You could maybe guess this is the doing of, or what was the doing of the specters, but as you have all proved yourselves to be worthy avengers, if you will, the tricks seem to have stopped.
All right, Gwen's gonna kind of take in the forest around them, turn around and say, "Well, it seems as though we have the Spectre's blessing, which I feel like can only do good over harm. But I mean, no pair left, so if anybody is showing a sign that we're ready, I honestly think it's his departure. So I think that we should do these woods grace and vanquish this foe and make it nicer for people who come out here." And she kind of looks over at Tobias and is like, "I don't know about you, but I would prefer to walk through these woods as a child when they're a little less creepy."
Could have wished for a slightly less, deadly sort of test, but I guess they did what they felt they had to do. And then she grabs Gwen's arm and says, "Can we just take a moment to think of Opier's gleaming, sweaty chest?" Okay, I'm good. Let's go.
She like opens her mouth to say something, closes her mouth, and just shakes her head.
Okay. So I'm gonna copy and paste you guys as you begin walking to a new map.
Ooh, new map.
Yes, new map. We love new maps.
Is it light enough outside that we wouldn't need a torch for the light spell? Or is it pretty dense thicket where a light spell would actually be useful?
Eventually, you do get to a point where you get to a clearing. So, and I will show that clearing in a moment.
Clearing.
Yes, once I set something up. Okay, once my Roll20 decides to be nice to me, it's never nice to me.
We will avenge
No.
you.
Yes,
We will
please.
avenge you. Yes, Podin, we are here for you.
We are.
Mr. New Player, can you tell me what your health is so I can put it on your token?
Let's see. 42.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So, who is in the lead as you guys are walking?
Not me.
It would probably be me.
Okay. So let me make sure you're all good. So as we move, you guys are walking this path. Eventually you come across a set of ruins, and as you approach, you see a figure. A figure kind of slumped back up against the wall, a stone wall of a building. And as you approach, who do they see? Would you like to describe yourself?
You see a rather large, muscular build. You get to see red hair, then like a green cloak going down his back, wearing scale mail. And next to him, a warhammer.
Does he look alive?
That's a fair question.
I'm gonna assume yes and take a closer look. I'm being sneaky about it, so I guess from his perspective that could be seen as kind of shady, but
So,
I'm being very careful.
alright, so I will have Tobias roll me a stealth and Sturmir roll me a perception.
Oh, that's easy to beat. You got this. Hey,
So-
there you go.
As you're kind of slumped up against this building, you know what you're here for. You know what you've come for. You were expecting to be the only person in this area until you hear a sudden crunch in the snow, and you see 3 people approaching, with one trying to be stealthy, but clearly not. What do you do?
Who are you and what are your intentions here?
I kind of strain up and look back to the others. Well, he's alive.
Oh, good.
Try to step a little quieter in the snow.
Oh, what dice do I have equipped? Okay, hold on. I'll take
just-
care of the dice in a second.
It was a joke.
Oh yeah.
Wow,
They
my
they need to go to digital dice jail.
Mhm.
Yes, forgive me. Our previous opponents might still have me rattled. My name is Tobias of the Icy Crows. These are my companions. I'll let them introduce themselves.
I haven't actually picked one of those clans yet, so I don't know if that affects anything.
We'll just pretend he's being mysterious then.
Are you? I'm Astrid. Are you wounded?
No, I'm just resting. I've been out here on the hunt.
What are you hunting for?
I can tell you what you're hunting for, sir.
Please do.
You have been... You've heard the tales of a creature living out in these woods. And you have been spending some time coming after it, trying to find it to be a worthy sacrifice for the god that you worship, and that is how you find yourself here. You know it to be a odd amalgamation, a disgusting, horrible creature that is bear-like in form, but abomination in other.
I then explained that to the group.
Well, that sounds familiar.
I think our goals align. I'm Guinevere of the Icy Crows. With our paths aligned, I think it would be best if we encountered this together. It's quite a fearsome creature that has taken out small armies. So I believe the more the merrier at this point. Are you skilled?
Personal.
Well, I haven't died yet. Thor watches over me.
Ah.
All
I see.
of you can see this map, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making
Yes,
sure
we
that
have
you guys
visibility.
do have the capabilities to move your tokens if you wished. Okay.
I
This
think
is
Connie
sanity
wants us
check,
to
yeah.
move our tokens.
Oh yeah. Let's move up. Let's ease his mind.
I mean,
Wait, hold on. Let's not surround him. I'll be here.
I mean, nothing like
Get
having a
'em.
conversation with someone from 30 feet back.
Hey, I gotta exercise
Handcuff
my
him.
singer's lungs,
My voice is booming enough.
Well, I
Hey,
think
what are you here for? Oh, just to hunt. Sorry.
kill something. Kill something in secret. Shush.
Thought I was out here alone.
I'm surprised you didn't hear us coming. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
La la la.
La la la.
Ah,
Seeing as we seem to be tracking the same foe, I think it would be best if we all took up arms together. What do you say?
Well, I won't say no to the company. Yes, I'll join you.
And what is your name?
My name is Steermere.
Steermere. Pleasure.
It's nice to meet you all as well.
If you don't mind my asking, what have you discovered? It seems like you were probably tracking the creature, yes?
I've been tracking it for quite some time.
Have you learned anything?
What do you want me to do here?
Roll me you can do either a history or a nature.
Okay. Oh, it's the first one.
oh.
Well, we're taking
Hey,
the
that's
13.
There you go.
My
Aw.
mouse tends to double click.
Oh, okay.
We're taking the 13. You would... What was the question again? What you know about the creature?
What have I learned while tracking it?
Okay, you know that while tracking it, you would know that you would come across during your searching and tracking of it that other animals have been in this area. Other animals have come, searching for food, other animals exist in the woods. Who would have thought?
Right?
You know, whatever it is very territorial, and it heals fast. Because whatever creatures may be in the area, whatever carcasses you may have found in this area, they seem to be the only signs of wounded or damage in these ruins.
Well, what I have seen is the carcasses of whatever it feeds on, as well as it is extremely territorial and it heals ridiculously fast.
Hmm.
I see. Well, I believe I can share a little bit of info with you, and I'm gonna start like kind of drawing in the snow. The creature stands about yay tall compared to a man, and it wields a weapon that resembles a claw. It's used this to cleave through warriors from both the Wolves of Shadow and Odin's Eye. So, it seems we have a very deadly adversary. Oh, jeez.
Give me a performance.
Performance?
Yes!
Oh, this is
I've
getting me super
forced you into
funny.
this. I've forced you into this,
Oh,
and I have no
man.
regrets.
It's it's ugly. It's not good.
I can't even tell what he's drawing.
You're looking at it, Sturmir, and you're like, huh? It's a bush. You're hunting a
I'm
bush.
sorry. Is that a bush?
You know what?
And as
I think I'm just using the snow to juggle my memory.
As he says that, Tobias, you look down at your own drawing, and even you are like, "What?"
Oh, yeah, I was.
It's like
I
you
believe
were
I
looking
was.
at me while you were drawing it.
I'm sorry, not sorry.
Forgive me, I was just twiddling my thumbs and drawing the snow while trying to remember my visualization of the creature.
It's alright, Tobias. We can't all be great artists.
What are these ruins?
Need to roll something again, Pi?
Give me another history.
Oh, geez.
Ooh.
Good one.
Well, it's a 19. Y'all are, those natural 20s, man. Even if they're not being used.
Still.
Well, that's what I like when a nat 20 on your guys' end isn't being used. They are the ruins of an old, very old settlement. A group of non-clan affiliated, wanderers of their own right, made settlement here. You know that one of the main reasons they settled here is good hunting, deep in the woods. You know that there's also a cave mouth not far from here that was perhaps used as a storage area for the settlement, but it is a very old, now ruined. Well, how many times do I gotta say settlement?
It's an old settlement for wandering hunters. And then I relayed the rest of that information that you just said.
I see. Were you merely resting here, or do you suspect the creature came through?
Everyone, give me a perception check, please.
Oh, geez. Well, okay. Okay. Hold on, give me a second.
Damn it.
It's alright, I got you.
Well, if it's something
Thank
behind
you,
you,
Boo.
I'm definitely seeing it.
Well, if behind me got a 6, I beat it. But barely.
So, it's not that you guys see anything, but Astrid and Sturmir, you can hear from behind this building loud footfalls crunching in the snow.
Something's coming.
It
Something
seems
is
it's
definitely around.
the footprints or the sounds of the footfalls seem to be moving in this direction.
Well, whatever that is, it's coming from over that way.
Okay, we're sort of clumped up here. Astrid is starting to get really nervous about being in a clump during combat.
Alright, well, if you don't mind, I'm going to see if I can move more quietly while while I am within these buildings instead of across the snow.
Guidance.
Yeah. Odin, please don't let me make a fool of myself again.
Well, you can roll a stealth.
And Astrid pats you on the back and says, I believe you.
Okay.
Be quiet.
Okay.
Is that a bardic inspiration?
Yes. No.
Sarcastic
Well,
inspiration,
shit.
there's a difference.
I don't have guidance. My god. I'm sorry. I forgot what character I'm playing. But you know what? Take a bardic. It's fine. Oh, shit.
Is a 1d6?
Yeah.
Oh,
Good
thank
luck
God.
with that.
Thank you.
I almost
Okay.
want to use.
At least that's halfway decent.
Well, let's see something. We're gonna see something. So
I almost want to use my elevated sight, see if I can see it.
okay.
Fuck.
Well, as you begin moving you can move where you want to move. You can see the ruins of an empty building.
Oh, there's no windows?
None that you can see.
Oh, well, shit. I guess I'm going back outside. I was expecting there to be windows on there.
Was there anything worthwhile inside?
But, I mean, I can't see shit from in there.
When you were inside, you couldn't see inside the building? And see if there's anything neat?
She has a point, you know.
Well, it seems like there's a great big creature walking around outside. I think I shouldn't be snooping around in the building.
I'm just saying at a glance.
We'll take a look afterwards, Guinevere. I am feeling off today.
Pi, how tall is the building we're next to?
That's a good question.
'Cause I need to know if it's even worth using this.
Up to the ruined roof, maybe 30 feet.
Oh, well, that's easily below elevated sight's viewing level. I think I'm going to cast elevated sight.
Okay. You sit, you cast this spell, and you look upwards into perhaps a storm cloud ahead, and you project your vision upwards. And thanks to your new eyesight, you are cast upwards. You have the view from the clouds, and you can see what looks to be almost waiting an ambush around this corner of the building. You see a large monstrosity, a bear-shaped creature, but it seems to be covered in moss and vines and is green of color rather than a natural bear's color.
I'm going to bring my sight back down and say it's like a large monstrosity.
Well, there was nothing in there. I'm gonna go check around this corner.
Wait. There's a large, mossy-looking bear creature over that way. Almost like it's waiting on us.
Mossy looking?
Oh. Well. I don't know what powers you have, friend, but it appears they're going to be very handy. Shall we counter-ambush?
If you can stay quiet.
Oh, point taken. I will try my best. I am going to pop off one of my mutagens, celerity.
Okay.
Okay. And I guess I'm gonna kind of gesture to the other two to get ready. I'm gonna try to provoke it to jump forward.
Okay. How would you like to do that?
I think. Oh my god, my art skills are gonna be tested again. I was thinking of sculpting a little snow rabbit and then throwing it in front of it.
Yes!
It probably would just be like a snowball.
Oh, right.
All I've ever wanted.
Roll me a performance.
Oh my god. Okay.
Hey.
It resembles a rabbit, maybe.
Alright, because... What, can one of you kind folks tell me what skill perception is?
Wisdom.
Wisdom, I believe, yeah.
Thank you! Because I need to roll something once the sheet loads.
No, you don't. It's
Yeah,
fine.
I
Don't worry
do.
about it. It's okay.
So you want this roll to be lower than a 15.
Okay. Curses.
Can I hold an
Curses on
action?
your roll.
You can. What would you like to hold?
Chill touch, please.
Sure.
Awesome.
And I would like to hold Vicious Mockery, if I may.
You may. Would
And it has to do with the snowman that Tobias makes.
Sturmir like to hold anything?
Let's see. I'm gonna hold Thunderwave.
Thunderwave. What's the range of Thunderwave?
Let me look.
I think it's
15 cubic foot.
but it's on you. It's centered on you. So if you Thunderwaved right now, you would be hitting Astrid.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll move there first.
So you can hold it if it gets close to you. Then you can Thunderwave.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as
Actually, he's trying to move it from that direction. I'll go over this way.
as you throw this rabbit made of snow towards the corner, all of you would see a large paw swipe at it as stepping around the corner and trying to dig into the snow. You would see this lovely fella.
Oh, he wants to play.
And we
Aw, that's just a mossy bear, guys. It's
Yeah.
fine.
That's exactly
Who
how I
wants to-
described it
Who
to
wants
you.
to be a ranger with a
You
familiar?
did. That was really good.
roll your abilities and we'll roll initiative.
So if we had a held action, you're
Let me.
good with those popping off.
Yeah, I have to delete the old initiative first. That was
To
so
do
bad.
with him coming up to me, so.
And then, now reroll initiative.
Tobias, what the hell? What the actual hell?
I'm letting you reroll it because the old initiative was still there.
Oh snap!
don't
Yeah,
have-
can I take my
I
19?
don't have a very
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can
high
have your
die,
19.
so.
And then the chill touch does strike, and then go for that vicious of the mocks.
Mm-hmm. Wisdom 14 save.
Yes, I will give that to you once my sheet loads and once I roll initiative for the troll bear. He gets a 16.
Hey, never mind.
Yes, let me make sure. Okay.
Astrid's trying to think of something good to say, and she just goes, fuck.
Would I be able to tell that this looks like the creature from my vision?
You can certainly try on your turn.
Okay.
It is Astrid's turn though, and you see this. I know where it was, but I'll just bring the token closer so you guys can see it fully.
Ooh.
Whoa!
It is a big boy.
And he's very angry.
Hey, well,
Man.
Astrid gonna do what she do and cast Bane. Charisma 14.
What is the charisma of a troll bear? Let's find out. Probably not good. It's probably...
Like, gonna be better than mine.
Well, let's see. Once the sheet loads, because Roll20 likes to be nice to me. Charisma! 11.
Let's go.
Better than my rolls.
So
That's
he
some Bane.
is baned. Is Bane the one where you select a stat and they have disadvantage on it?
No.
Okay.
Bane is the one that you have to roll a d4
Right.
for attack and saving throws.
Alright, any movement? Anything else?
I don't want to be blocking Gwen, I guess, so I'm gonna just, swing behind Tobias. Note, please, that I'm not shrieking, save me, but I am still swinging behind Tobias.
Alright, well... The troll bear is going to rush forward. Seeing fresh meat on the field.
Yep, that's entirely fair.
And it makes sense. It is part bear.
How do you draw that cube around me? Because it's tell how close he's supposed to get.
Let me...
Is it just 15-foot line, or...?
So Thunderwave is a weird spell, man.
It is.
I think it's something like this. I think that's how Thunderwave works. Someone could correct me if I'm wrong.
That seems right. I mean, it goes one more square downwards, but I mean, I think you have the right idea.
Yeah.
2 squares out from me in a square.
So if it gets like here, your thing will go off.
I'm just gonna draw that on for me.
Although you could
There's an option to draw a square.
You could
Yeah.
technically
Use that.
move it up, so I think on a technicality, because this is a weird spell, you would be able to hit it. Like, if it was... Let's see here, let me move your thingy.
Like that.
Yeah, if you did
Yeah,
that...
you
yes,
could do
okay.
it at an angle without getting Tobias.
You can indeed do that. So, is a con save from the troll bear. What does it have to beat?
Con save. The smaller number or the bigger modifier?
What is your spell?
18
saving throw?
con.
It has to beat an 18 con? That doesn't sound right.
No, 13 wisdom.
Let me look at your sheet.
This is 13 spell save.
Okay, so it has to be a 13. Okay, so con, because that's the spell. So it got to 22,
Okay.
so it's going to take half damage, so roll 2d8.
Okay.
So it's going to be taking 6. 6 damage as your thunder wave goes off. How would you like to describe how it goes? Do you slam your hammer into the ground and send out a shockwave?
I raise my warhammer up into the sky, and it like summons lightning onto itself, and then I slam it onto the ground, just similar to if you've played Overwatch, how he brings his hammer down.
Reinhardt.
Reinhardt, yeah.
All right. And as the shockwave goes off, the troll bear is going to try and get a chunk out of Tobias, first with a bite for 10. And then it's going to bring its claws at you for a 22.
Oof.
Ooh, getting less safe.
Oof.
I am going to bust out my use of shield.
Okay, so it
My
goes
shield.
to strike at you with its claws, and you bring up this magical shield as it scrapes across, barely just missing your face where the shield was since been added. And that is the troll bear's turn. Gwyn, this thing almost just mauled Tobias right in his facey face.
True. I'm gonna take a tippy step back to Mir. Hasha. Looking this direction, because flanking is a real thing. Do I see anything up yonder? Are we getting flanked?
Give me a perception.
Fuck!
You don't see
Damn
anything.
Guys!
Rolls are great
the
tonight.
hell?
Rolls are great tonight.
Eyeballs.
How do we
Eyeballs.
get digital dice at a salt bath? We need to figure this out.
Right.
So you look
Well-
around, but you do not see anything, whether that means something is coming at you, whether it means nothing's coming at you. You cannot see anything past the snows. And for the sake of things, I will let your perception be a bonus action rather than a full action.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Is it a
Full action to command my familiar.
What does the spell say?
I'm not very familiar with familiars, so I apologize for not knowing that off the top of my head.
This is a
As an
familiar
action,
from
dismiss it.
Find familiar?
Yeah.
You can see through its eyes as an action and hear what it does. As an action, you can dismiss it.
It acts independently from you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it acts on its own.
And it always obeys your command. In combat, if you want to use it in combat, it rolls its own initiative and acts on its own turn.
Okay. Essentially, what I would want it to do is, I would instruct it to watch to alert me if we are being flanked. That's all I want to command it to do. So I don't know if you want me to use my action for that, or if you'd allow it to be a free action.
That can be for free.
Okay. So yeah. So I just basically send the bird to just kind of like hover. It's gonna hover around me to make sure that I'm not getting flanked, but it's essentially being like my lookout. And then I will take a chill touch shot at the bear.
I'm sure this.
Because I have 240 range.
I'm sure this was brought up in a previous session, but I just want to double check because it'd be very funny if it wasn't. Your familiar is a crow, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because an icy crow having an owl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a big old peacock just
Yeah,
wandering
yeah.
after.
You actually have a flamingo.
I have a flamingo. I have a beautiful flamingo.
I mean,
you know
Ravenclaw's symbol's not even a raven; it's an eagle.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. And it's so dumb.
Everyone knows,
Sorry.
everyone knows flamingos.
Let me Harry Potter out for a
the-
second. Stupid.
The snow is a perfect environment for flamingos to live in.
Mm-hmm. It is known.
They make great familiars. All right, roll me the
Yes.
icy touch.
Okay. Hiya. Fuck.
Well, that
Personally,
doesn't
I would
hit.
like a penguin that flies.
So you want
Penguin that flies.
So you
Yeah.
wanna puffin.
I want a puffin.
All
No,
right,
I-
Standard trope.
that does not hit.
Okay,
What?
that is the end of my turn.
Tobias, you were almost mauled. You weren't, but almost.
Almost. Okay. As a bonus action, I will invoke my what's it called? Crimson Right. And I'm gonna hurt myself with lightning.
Okay, Johnny Cash.
Ow!
Max damage.
I always roll max damage on those. I don't know why.
Stop it! Why are those the good rolls? Stop
Why are you
it!
getting nat 20s on that?
Right.
Okay. Well, now here comes my attack. Yes. Please. Okay. Does that hit?
Let me look-see at the stats block-see. There's my stat block. I'm not going to tell you where you guys would have encountered it, but I just want to let you know, in my list of enemies, I have a swarm of squirrels.
Oh, that's
Huh.
amazing.
Oh my
also,
god, I would take a level of druid to be in charge of squirrels.
Mhm.
Also, I don't know how to factor in the extra +3 for my mutagen, but so that's actually a 20 instead of a 19.
Okay,
I don't know
so
if it matters.
that does indeed hit for 13 slashing and 2 what now?
2 lightning damage,
Alright,
and then I think the +1 was because it's a masterful weapon,
yes.
and
So,
then
it's
I
hurting.
think it's another +1 to the slashing because it didn't include the +3 dexterity.
Okay. So
Okay.
you strike true into this troll bear, and some of the flesh is carved off, and it is looking hurt.
All right. If I shuffled this way, would that be more like I would still be in the way of it getting anywhere, right?
It could always ignore you.
Well,
I mean, that's true.
it is a bear.
wanna
It can
stop.
still trample past you.
Okay. So regardless.
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. That is my turn.
All right, Sturmir.
Well, I'll go ahead and move up and swing my hammer.
Swing that hammer.
Ooh, that's bad.
It is. You go to swing your warhammer, and the bear kind of swats your hand away with one of its large paws, and you go wild and miss with the swing.
Okay. Let's see.
Anything you can do as a bonus action?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Astrid,
Yes.
your turn.
So, would you call it a free action to come forward just a little bit and slam this door shut?
Yeah, I mean, you can slam the door shut.
I would like to slam the door shut and then back up again to kind of where I was. And we're gonna go Dissonant Whispers again.
Ooh.
I mean, for the first time, I hadn't done it before. So, Wisdom 14,
Okay.
And don't forget that D4.
Yes. Let me
Listen,
find
I
it.
just died, Tobias. Cut me some slack, man.
Okay. We're gonna roll that save. There's no slack. That is cut. That is false. Natural 1.
And a nat 20 on the same roll.
And it uses all of its movement to run away, which this isn't forced movement, which gives both Sturmir and Tobias attacks of opportunity.
Ooh,
I will
fun.
just say that I did 7 damage rolling 3d6, so that sucks.
Yeah. The Warhammer from Sturmir hits, and so does the Assault Axe.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm gonna modify my dexterity so we don't forget.
I would like to ask, as it is turning around to run thanks to the dissonant whispers, I would like both Sturmir and Tobias, how they, in sync, work together to strike and bring this creature down.
I think in order to give Dermir the best possible opening, I would try to cut its hamstring on its right hind leg so that it stumbles.
And you,
As he does that, I slam my hammer into its back, snapping its spine.
so, Astrid and Gwynnethia, you see it begin to turn around and sprint away from your two warriors as Tobias slashes at the hind leg, blood flowing everywhere. It trips and falls for a split second, and in that split second, you see your new ally, your new companion, Sturmir, raise his warhammer high, and with a sickening crunch, brings it down on the spine of this creature, and it is flattened to the ground. Bent, almost bent in two, if you will.
That was a mighty strike, Sturmir.
It was a good battle from you as well.
Astrid hears that and whips out her notebook and says,
Now that it's down, can I inspect it and watch for healing?
Sure. What was Astrid saying? You might have cut out. Unless
"Oh,
you just didn't say
I'm
it.
just no." She heard what Tobias said. You know that it was a mighty strike. She just whips out her notebook and writes down, "Yes, Dermir of the mighty strike." Yes, that's good.
Okay. You may investigate the creature. Please give me a nature.
Can I use insight if I want to watch it?
Nature.
No,
No.
probably not.
You
No.
can give a nature or survival even.
Survival's better.
Thank you.
Sure, it is.
Tobias, you ain't got nothing, man. But Sturmir steps up and he's like, "Let me show you how it's done."
I'm just like looking at its ass. It's like, this doesn't look right.
So Sturmir, being in these woods for a while, you've also heard the tales of the so-called Troll King of the mountains. You know, occasionally the story goes, and this is part of the story that Astrid, Gwynnethia, and Tobias you didn't have, but Sturmir, you know this tale, and you know part of it involves the fact that occasionally these trolls, as it's told, would find the cubs of fallen creatures and not necessarily corrupt them, but turn them into amalgamations between troll and beast. And looking at this fallen creature, it is definitely an amalgamation of the two. And it's safe to assume where this creature roams, a troll should not be far behind. And as you look at it, some of its wounds begin to heal slightly, but you notice the residual magic from Gwynetheu's spell is holding the healing at bay and cuts it off, and the creature is indeed dead for good.
Nice.
Well, it's not getting back up. And there may not be a troll too far behind it.
Yes, thank you for your expertise. I was having trouble identifying where its eyes were.
It's okay. Even Odin's sight fails us sometimes.
To be fair, it
Where
has those
to?
like pustules all over. It's hard to tell which is those in the eye.
Oh my god, I'm useless in roleplay right now. I have no idea why.
Listen, it's been a while, alright? It's been a bit. Okay? We can just put
The
it on
dice are mad at me,
we
Pie.
can just put it let's just all agree that we can just put it towards, late session jitters, okay? It's been a while. It's been a bit since our last session, so we'll just
Oh,
put it
yeah.
It's the giggle fest is what we're dealing with right now.
put it towards new session jitters.
You must still be
Okay.
riled.
Yeah.
So, would Astrid know from any of her knowledge of, epics and folk tales and all that, whether trolls, do trolls make buildings to stay in? Do they live in caves usually? Is there any kind of lore about that?
Give me a history at advantage,
Ooh, okay.
thanks to this new knowledge. And old. 23.
Boom!
So, from what Sturmir's been saying, you do know there's a cave in the area. You do know the stories of the Troll King speak of living in a cave high in the mountains. So they do seem to be cave dwellers.
Okay.
You would also take from Sturmir and the stories of this and rumors of this Troll King that despite what one might think, trolls are not solitary creatures. The stories of the Troll King go, despite or outside of being, a fairy tale to children to make sure they stay in bed, otherwise the Troll King will snatch you up. The rumors do go that trolls, whether you've heard the tales from older folks who have come to your mead hall back where you live with your father, or tales from other bards, they definitely aren't lonesome creatures. This Troll King lair, if you will, is said to be filled with troll life and children and families. So for a troll to be lonesome out here, something might be up with it.
Okay. So Astrid takes a second and she says, okay, this is what I remember hearing. And she just recites a bit of poetry that's something about, troll children playing by the hearth, blah, blah, blah. And then, so she says, you would think that the cave would be the best place to look, but I don't know whether we want to try to maybe clear out this building and make sure then that nothing is going to come up behind us, or go straight to the cave to check.
It would be good to know we're not going to be followed, at least from the building.
I do agree that scoping out the building would be a good idea, but I can also leave my familiar outside to keep an eye on everything, and if something does decide to try to make its way to us, it will notify me.
So great, Gwen. You're So smart.
It'll
You
notify
gonna
you.
join the
like
group,
a-
or you gonna stay over there?
It'll notify you like a Tobias notifying a Sturmir by walking through the snow.
Yep. I'm good at
I
something.
was just gonna ask what its name is.
You gotta think of something Norse.
Soon.
I know. Hold on, I'll find some.
Astrid Jr.
I can tell you, Hugin and Munin are already taken.
Dang it.
Hugin Jr.
Sunan's a good one.
I want to let you guys know because it is cool. I have stat blocks for both Hugin and Munin.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Love it.
Not only that, but I have stat blocks for all of those familiars. I have a stat block for Sleipnir, the horse. There's a
The
stat block
wolves, I'm sure.
for yes. I have stat blocks for Hati and Skull.
Nice.
Wow. Love that.
They thought the people who made this adventure, they thought of everything. And this campaign's in, they thought of everything. Everyone, if you want a good third-party 5th edition campaign, I highly recommend buying Journey to Ragnarok. Please sponsor us. Hashtag please sponsor us.
What's the company?
Oh boy,
You probably should mention that.
I probably should, shouldn't I?
Mm,
That company
Company
is
you looking
Mana
for?
Project Studios.
there you go.
There it is.
Hashtag please sponsor us. I will gladly shill your products. And do it with no shame whatsoever.
I will 100% write them into the poetry.
Agan or Dagon?
Dagon means daybreak.
Ooh.
Because I found a fancy shout out to Fancy Name Generators, who has a section for Norse raven names.
Fancy name generators, if you also want to sponsor us.
Also sponsor.
You know, the
Coincidentally-
I
funny,
will also write you into the poetry.
the funny thing is, Dagon was the original name that I was supposed to give this guy, but then I used the bias by mistake, and I had to stick with it.
Well, there we go.
That's
Coincidentally, Steermere means one who calls the storm.
Ooh.
Love
Alright,
it.
Alright, we're being goops. What are you guys doing?
I think we're clearing out the area and making sure we're
Yeah,
not getting
clearing the
followed.
building.
Alright, so who's opening the door?
Yeah,
I
I'll go
shut
in.
it. Someone else can open it.
As
I'll
you
go
open
in.
it, you get ambushed by nothing.
Exactly.
And inside you see a ruined, broken down building. You can give me a perception check if you wish, Sturmir.
Okay. I also have this, so I'll add that once I roll,
Ooh.
if I even need it.
So
I probably
10,
will.
So roll a d4. This building has been ransacked. It's not fully destroyed in. There are some gaps in the ceiling that let snowfall in, but what would have been in this building to possibly loot has been long since ransacked. These ruins are years old. You would imagine nothing really would be here.
Come back out. As far as I can tell, it's long since been abandoned and nobody's here. It's also been looted,
Is it just the one room in there?
as far as I can tell. I mean, it's all it looks like anyway.
You know, that
I just
seems
want
to
to see
be...
it since we're here.
That's kind of the classic, Viking building. They're kind of all just one room.
Like a longhouse.
Would you
Is this
like
like
to...
a fire pit right here?
Well, no, that's part of the roof that has fallen and bricked
Oh,
in
okay. I
from
got you.
snows. If
Yeah,
you-
I'm curious. I want to take a little peek
yeah,
around.
you can give a perception.
Okay. Not that I don't believe you. I'm curious by nature. Anyone will tell you. And that is a Tobias roll.
Yeah. Well, you walk in.
Oh yeah, it's a
You
bias
look
roll.
around. You see the same stuff as Sturmir said. Long abandoned, long looted, ruined building.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I throw another snowball here before walking around that corner.
You throw another snowball, and what do you know? But nothing happens.
Alright, guys, corner's clear.
And you do see what you see.
Well, somebody clearly didn't have a good time.
Okay.
Thor was not with everybody.
To the person who whispered me, I would like an athletics check versus Tobias's just flat dexterity, please. Dexterity saving throw from Tobias, actually.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Fun.
Dexterity. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Tobias, as you're walking,
Why did it go through?
Okay. You hear, I'm not even gonna ask for a perception from you, because as you're walking,
never gonna hit me, Gwen.
As you're walking, you hear the sound. You hear the sound of a thump. Not even close to you. You just hear the sound of a thump of something hitting snow from way behind you, and you turn around and you see. I'm gonna move you because it's funny. You see Gwyn doing a horrible job peeking out from behind the building.
You're never gonna get me.
I'll
Even
get you
on my
one of
bad
these days.
days.
I thought I'd have it today. Oh. And she just kind of like hangs her head and just like slowly like walks through, like slumps against the wall, disappointed. She's like, God damn
I
it.
just pet you. It's okay. You have other talents.
There's skeletons up here. You guys are throwing snowballs at each other.
It's what we do.
It cuts the edge off, for sure.
We like to be cheerful in the face of adversity. Oh, there are.
I'm almost scared to ask. May I take a look at the statue?
Sure. Give me history or investigation.
History or investigation? Well,
Waiting for that response to come from Pi.
That's exactly what the response is.
It looks like a statue.
You know what, man? You look at it and you just think to yourself, God damn it, man, this statue may as well just not even be here.
Art is stupid.
Can I also look into the statue?
You may. You can give me a
Okay.
history or investigation.
I would love to as well, if that's all right.
Sure.
Likewise, I'm done moping.
Sure.
Oh, I'm just too busy laughing at Tobias.
Okay. So, despite what the statue looks like, I will say on the map. For Gwyn, actually, Astrid, roll with advantage.
Okay. Don't have to tell me twice.
Alright. Yeah, Tobias, you're looking at this and you're like, man, I don't know what this is. It's covered in moss and things.
Huh.
And it's
Quite the statue.
There are skeletons here. It's probably more important than the statue.
like it's just a pyramid.
Yeah, with an 11 and a 13 from Gwyn and Astrid, you guys are looking at it. It seems familiar, especially to you, Astrid. You feel like you should know who this is. And
Oh no!
same with Gwyn. Both of you are kind of looking at it, and you're like,
You bastard.
This is like, maybe because of how crumbled down it looks. Some of it is missing and destroyed. You're not able to get enough information in. Sturmir, as you look at it, you're able to, despite chunks of it being destroyed, you're able to put some of it together. You see its its left hand seems to be holding some sort of object, like a spear-like object that may have been once broken off of the statue. You're looking at it. Part of the upper half is destroyed, but you're able to make enough details out to tell that this is a statue of the All-Father.
This is a statue of the All-Father himself.
When he says that, does that, like, clear up our memory, or are we still looking at it and just going, eh?
When he says that, Astrid, I would like from you a
vibe check.
Give me a vibe check. Give me
I have proficiency in that.
Yeah, give me another history with advantage.
Okay. Come on, dice. There we go.
So I will say for Tobias and Gwyn, it does ring bells. You guys know who Odin is. It's Odin. Astrid, yes, you are Odin's eye. You know who this is, as he says the Allfather. But more importantly, you yourself get a quick flashback, a quick vision of when you were on the ground. Valkyrie locked in time, floating towards you. Your allies locked in battle. And for a split second, you weren't able to see much before, but for a split second in this new vision, standing over you, lending a hand, this cloaked figure you can see underneath the darkness and underneath the cloak. You can see one eye perfectly fine staring at you, and the other eye with this metallic eye patch over it, and in his other hand, a long spear. And then suddenly, just like that, you come to staring at the statue.
Wow. Do I just, to everybody else, do I just kind of, space out for a second?
Yeah, to everyone else, you guys just see Astrid just zone out for a quick second and then quickly shake it off.
Friends, I think I spy a cave up ahead. It could be the creepy player. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you're good.
We'd best be careful.
I think if we're going to move in that direction, I kind of come over to Gwyn and take her by the arm and say, "Did you recognize that statue at first, or not?"
It feels very familiar, but it's not particularly ringing a bell.
Same here. I didn't see it at first, but it's definitely the Allfather. If I point it towards you and say that in your ear, see, there's his famous spear, there's this, there's that. But listen, remember how Thorgest is concerned that people are forgetting things about the gods?
Yeah.
He said Freya, but what if it's... There's no reason we should not recognize Odin, a statue of Odin. That's ridiculous. So what if this is spreading?
It's a terrifying thought, but unfortunately not unreasonable.
All right, well, we need to get this troll business finished with and then go find Starry. This is not good.
Turn around and ask them if everything is all right.
No, actually. But it's kind of a long story, and probably right now is not the time for it. But I promise we will tell you.
Well, as long as we get our objective taken care of first.
Yes, agreed.
This fog of war over here, is this a building?
Yes, those are. You do see the outline of more broken down ruins. These are less building and more so just ruined pieces of stone wall that are open to the elements.
Oh, okay. Would I be able to peek in through one of these holes?
Sure. Give me. You know what? I'm just gonna put you on the other side of the wall, just for a quick second. Everyone's gonna see him disappear, but you see this on the other side of the wall.
Oh, okay.
Just start
don't see
walking
any-
up this way.
I don't see any creatures on the other side of this wall. Just a tree.
And I will add, because if you guys can see it, you can see it. In front of the cave, there do seem to be 2 spikes that have human skulls stabbed down inwards on them,
Oh, well, that doesn't
and
mean I'm sure.
and a blood trail into the cave itself.
This is quite the place.
Indeed.
I would like to pull out my journal and make notes of the details that are left of Odin's statue
Okay.
and label it. Write down basic snippets about like history of Odin, and then write in pristine detail of what is on the statue and what whoever made this, what they used to define who Odin is.
Okay, it's a statue made of stone. Most of its right side is cracked and crumbled from years of being open to the elements. Part of its head is crumbled in. There's moss growing from it. The spear in the left hand is partially shattered, and the tip of the spear is no longer there. But the details of the spear and some of the armors that Odin wears, including the robe and the hood, and his eye patch, do remain. And you're able to jot all of that down.
Awesome. I just want to make sure I have it logged in my book.
Praying before we go in there. May Thor and Odin grant me strength.
Okay.
I also pray to those same gods. May Thor and Odin grant me competency.
That is very different than strength.
Well,
Good prayer,
one
though.
wants one thing, one wants another.
As the two of you, Sturmir and Tobias, approach the cavern, or the cave entrance, please both of you roll me perception checks.
Okay. It's perception.
Wow, see,
and
your prayer
aid
worked.
E4.
Yes.
Your prayer worked. So, Sturmir, you can't really hear anything. You can hear the sound of snow falling and the wind whipping. Tobias, you take a second at the cave entrance. You can hear deep, guttural breathing and sounds. And stomp, stomp, something heavy approaching. As rounding the corner, you see a large hand place itself on the rock of this cavern, of this cave. In other hand, this large claw-like weapon, and bellowing a loud roar. You see your troll. They have a cave troll. Roll initiative.
I fucking love that art. Can we just give a shout out to that art? 'Cause that looks bomb.
And I want to say that's the official
rolls are back.
adventure token art. So
Damn.
Yeah, this was a special pack that I got for the tokens. So again, Mana Project Studios, if you want to hit me up, I'll show your products. Just saying. The offer's there. The offer's
7
been made.
wins.
I will also throw it out there that this is going not on one but 2 channels.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
that's double the audience right there.
double the audience. Double
Double
sponsorship.
Exposure. Yes.
No one's gonna watch this session because it's just us talking about being sponsored. They're gonna hate us.
Shameless plug.
Hey.
So let me roll for the Troll of Midgard with a 20. Oh boy,
Oh, baby.
Shit.
they go first. And they're gonna stomp their way out of the cave. Right in front of both of you. And it's gonna bring down its iron claw. The first attack is gonna be towards Sturmir for a natural 1. You managed to... Okay, describe to me how a big man like yourself dodges out of this even bigger attack.
So as it's swinging down towards me, I take that chance looking up towards the clouds and just sidestep its claw.
And you guys see... It's almost like Sturmir disappeared for a second, because as the giant claw gets brought down, this large puff of snow gets sent everywhere. And as the troll brings the iron claw up for a second strike, you see Sturmir just standing there defiantly as it comes in for a strike against Tobias with a 15.
That also misses.
And its final attack, 1 to 2 is going to be Sturmir, 3 to 4 is going to be Tobias. It's Tobias, as the the iron claw misses, and it gets on your level for a quick second. It drops a bit, and it opens its large mouth. You can feel the heat of its breath and the stink emanating from this creature as it tries to take your head off with its large gnashing teeth for a 23.
Ooh.
I'm gonna use my Blood Curse of the Eyeless.
And what does that do?
It will subtract 1d4 from the creature's attack.
Okay,
I currently have an
I don't
armor
know if
class
I've asked you this before, but please describe to me and the viewers how this looks as you give it this curse.
Okay. As it's aiming to bite me, I meet it eye to eye, and my eyes just temporarily white out, and his eyes, or its eyes, do the same.
Ooh, and it gets distracted. Let's see if it's enough.
Oh, thank God.
Its eyes glaze over, and all of, at least Gwyn and Asher, you see, oh god, Tobias is about to lose his head. This creature comes down for a large, gnashing bite, and instead of Tobias sidesteps out of the way, and it gets a large mouthful of snow as it rakes back up, shouting this guttural shout, and it is now Gwyn's turn. If you weren't the stalwart warriors that you were, Gwyn, this guttural roar from the first time you're seeing a troll in person, you thought it was just myths and legends, all of you did. It would have shaken you to your core if you have not fought possibly worse than this already.
I take a deep, steadying breath, and I move to here. I go backwards, her blip, and I'm gonna cast a chill touch at it.
Okay.
24.
24 does hit, as parts of its armor made of discarded animal hide and bone begins to frost over as you strike it for 7 necrotic damage.
Yep. And it cannot regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Okay. Man, Roll20 does not want to cooperate with me. It is refusing to
Oh,
open its health.
sorry.
Oh, well, there it is now. Okay. Alright, anything else from Gwyn?
Nope. Just staying very focused, ready to attack.
Sturmir.
I want to... Well, I can't even read that one. There it goes. Bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Ooh, what does your spiritual weapon look like? I can only imagine, as it literally gives an example for Thor.
Yep. And it looks like Thor's hammer.
And when you cast the spell, you can make a melee spell attack against the creature.
Okay, I am...
That's a d20 plus your melee spell bonus, or your spell attack bonus.
You said D20 plus that?
A d20 plus your spell attack bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah. That hits, so now a d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Okay, D8. That's 5 plus 3, so 8.
So, all of you... So, okay. Because I'm having fun with the descriptions, describe to me what the others see as you cast this spell and attack.
See, appearing beside me, slightly higher, you see an image similar to what you would expect Mjolnir to look like appear and just swing at this giant, or this troll, and hit it.
And it conks him right on the skull. I do believe, since it's
Bonus,
a bonus
so-
action, you would also be able to attack yourself.
20.
A 20 hits for 11 bludgeoning as you also bring down your own hammer and crash into the troll. Anything else you would like to do, my good sir?
No, I'm gonna stop for now.
Okay. Astrid, you're seeing this display of combat. Same thing to you. This is your first time seeing a troll. Actually, I think Tobias would be first, right? You have the higher initial dex.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
then
you totally do.
I'll give you the same description, Tobias. This is your first time seeing a troll. You know, if you hadn't already fought things like talking wolves, stone men that came to life, specters of the dead, maybe this creature would be frightening you, but for a skilled warrior that you are, the guttural roar of this creature, other than the sight of, oh my god, it's a troll, does not affect you.
Nice. Yeah, that creepy old lady totally takes the cake. Here we go. I am gonna take a swing with my artisanal assault axe.
And 11 misses, unfortunately.
So it misses, but I'm gonna try to move myself in a more advantageous position for Sturmir, so that perhaps he can scoot over and we can take flanking positions on this thing.
It's less that it misses, but it's more so that you strike into the thick hide of this troll. But this thing is just so fat that it's got like blubber. You strike into it and it seems unaffected.
Sort of that bludgeoning damage is coming in.
Oh, I see. Okay, so it has a very, very thick hide.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it does.
Alrighty.
Alright.
Sounds good.
Well, Astrid, same description to you. If you haven't already fought wolves that talk, old ladies turning into sea hags, the dead coming alive, the guttural roar of this troll would have definitely terrified you. But outside of that, again, you now have confirmation of the rumors. You are one of the few living people on Midgard to bear witness to a troll walking these lands.
So yeah, it's like he's big, he's stinky, he's scary, but oh my god, this is pretty cool.
He's a troll. The rumors are true.
Exactly. So hey, guess what I'm gonna lead with, guys?
What? Bane?
I'm gonna toss a Bane out there just for y'all.
Thank you.
Of course.
Charisma 14.
Charisma 14. Well, let's see. Can a troll be charismatic? Maybe. He might be able to seduce
I
you.
mean, charismatic doesn't necessarily mean pretty.
The switch.
Yeah, right.
Let's find out. Wow!
Ooh.
Oh, fuck me.
Wow!
Fuck me. See,
Careful what you say. He
charismatic,
may want to.
yeah, charismatic does not always mean pretty.
You go to throw a Bane at this creature. You see the dark forces of this spell begin to surround it, but it just lets out this. Okay. Do any of you can all of you please share with me the languages you speak?
Common
I
and Elvish.
understand it. So I speak common, giant, goblin, orc, which we're reflavoring to be troll.
What does Tobias speak? Celestial
Celestial Common, and there's still a wild card language that you said we can just decide.
If you want in the moment, you can pick giant or troll if you would like to understand him.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I'm
I
saying
think
that to
I'll-
Tobias.
Yeah.
I think I'll wait for another language.
Okay, so
Something more useful.
so Gwyn,
Not more useful, just
Gwyn
weirder.
and Sturmir, you hear as this Bane fails to take effect, almost like Hulk in the first Avengers movie, you hear this troll chuckle to himself and just go, "Puny magic."
Rude. Okay.
I
as a-
shout that to Astrid.
In giant.
He called your magic puny.
What? Oh, fine. Tobias, tell him that my magic isn't puny. That's bardic inspiration for you.
Okay.
It's all about me.
All right. Anything else?
Nah,
All right. The troll.
I'm just pouting now.
The troll of Midgard. I wonder if that means you'll meet trolls of other realms. We'll find out, won't we?
Who knows?
Who knows? I certainly do. Iron Claw towards Sturmir for a natural 20.
I would like to
Put that
silvery
up there,
barb that.
too.
Ooh. Well, you don't need to thunderously rebuke, because, well, you can still, but who would you like to give your silvery barbs advantage to?
I give it right back to him. Just deal that crap back.
To Sturmir?
Yep.
Alright, so we'll just take the second roll. So does a 13 hit you, Sturmir?
No.
A 13 does not hit you, so you do not have to use Wrath of the Storm, as once again, you see this large iron claw coming down, and you feel magically bolstered for a second, as something seems to be slowing down this troll, and you manage to sidestep as it comes for a backswing with its claw towards Tobias for a 26.
Yes, that will hit.
And I'm going to reroll again so it doesn't get the crit damage. As the claw on the backswing, you weren't expecting this creature to be so fast as it is, as it comes back and slams into you with its sickle-like proportions for 20 slashing damage. And as it slams into you and cuts through you, it is then going to reach down and try and take a chunk out of you with its gnashing teeth for a 25 to hit.
Oof.
Oh, that does hit me.
And it
This is not looking good.
takes... It doesn't necessarily take flesh off of you, but it definitely leaves marks as you go to put up your arm perhaps to block, and it definitely rips some skin off for 5 piercing damage. It's not enough to completely tear your arm off, perhaps, as you feel the teeth of this troll is more blunt than they are really sharp. Despite being jagged and gnashing, they may have blunted over the years from gnawing on bones. So you are missing some arm skin. But it is Gwyn's turn. You have not been degloved yet.
How much health are you at, just out of curiosity?
On a scale of 1 to 37, looking single-digity.
Oh, okay.
Gwyn, your turn.
Okay, so seeing Tobias get bit, Gwen screams, "Tobias, no!" And she flips open her book and she says, "Mimir, help me!" And she flips to a new page and she sticks her hand out, and I will cast Wither and Bloom. So I need the troll to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or take 8 necrotic damage.
A DC what now? Sorry.
15 Constitution saving throw.
Constitution.
He's probably gonna pass.
Well, it is a troll.
Yeah.
Such a good spell, though.
It is. The Strixhaven spells are, well, I mean, they're considered to be some of the, I think, most broken spells, really. Especially Silvery Barbs. Con save 7?
Ooh.
Oh, he fails. Okay, so he takes 8 necrotic damage, and from there the energy seeps out from him and seems to twist into a ball and slams itself into Tobias. And Tobias, you get to roll an unspent hit die to regain a number of hit points of the roll, plus my spellcasting modifier, which is a +7.
You get to roll a hit die +7.
Okay, I'm gonna see what my hit die as a Blood Hunter is, just really quick. There you are. It is a 1d10. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Hey, that's a really good roll. Thank you.
There you go.
Beautiful.
It's a good roll.
And then for flavor, I will let out a very short but sharp whistle and call Dagon over so he can patrol the area and make sure that there's not another troll by chance coming to catch up.
Alrighty. Sturmir.
Or bear.
Yeah, Sturmir, you are bolstered by magic. You have advantage on an attack.
Okay. And my spiritual weapon, that's a bonus action, I believe, right?
It is a bonus action to swing, and I promise
If I swing it.
I will have a Thor hammer for you next time we play with you.
Cool. I'm not gonna swing my bonus or my spiritual weapon. I am gonna bonus healing word level 2 on Tobias. May Thor bless you.
Yes, may he bless me. Thank
heal
you.
him for 2d4 plus your
Plus-
spellcasting modifier.
+3.
So you roll that. 2d4 plus 3, Sturmir.
Okay. 2d4 and 3, so 7.
7 healing to Tobias, and a advantage swing with your warhammer, if you wish to take it.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's a natural 20.
Hell yeah.
Roll that damage.
Did better on on regular rolls.
Okay, you swing into this troll, and almost like Home Alone, you bring the warhammer down on one of its toes, and it like reaches for it and grabs it and shouts in pain, and then just stares at you with fury.
Okay.
Alright.
So I'm not sure if Roll20 is registering it correctly, but it is only showing that only one D10 was rolled. I'm not sure Steermere got his full critical swing.
What
Is
would
it?
be...
It's showing 1d10 plus 3 strength, right?
That's the 3. No, looks next to it.
2 plus 3. Yeah, the 2 is from here, right? Isn't that his strength score? Oh no, okay, that's the 1d10. Okay. I'm just crazy.
Okay, well, you have
I just wanted to
been-
make sure you weren't getting heated.
You have been this entire session, so it fits. It tracks.
Alright.
Tobias.
Alright, with the full might of the party guiding me, I'm gonna take a chance. And I'm gonna use Misty Step to step inside and draw a flanking position with Sturmir.
Describe to me your Misty Step. What do you channel to step through the realms? Maybe, perhaps you're calling the power of Yggdrasil to step between the realms, but I'll let you to describe it how you wish.
Yeah, so I think I'll say my Misty Step was a talent that I picked up from the Icy Crows, and the way it manifests is as I jump towards a location, I turn into mist, and little ethereal crows kind of scatter from my location and coalesce in my new location.
Okay.
Alright, here we go.
That hits.
With advantage?
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
a
so
19 is better than a 10, my friend, and a 19 hits.
I do agree. Okay, cool.
Okay, you slash into the troll, suddenly appearing behind it. It rears out in pain and is trying to focus in 2 directions now rather than 1. Anything else?
No.
Alright.
Just mild dread for what's coming.
Astrid, you see this troll, you see this go down. This troll seems to be confused, flicking back and forth between 2 different locations. What do you wish to do?
Are both the warriors there within melee range?
Mm-hmm.
Just checking,
Yes.
given his size and whatnot.
Oh, yes.
Astrid is super irritated about her so-called puny magic. Son of a bitch. So she's gonna cast Dissonant Whispers at 2nd level. Thank you very much.
Ooh, okay. 2nd level Dissonant Whispers. What am I rolling? Wisdom.
Wisdom, come on.
Let's find out.
Come on.
I'd love for a repeat of the bear.
5
Yes!
for 15 psychic damage, and I will say both of you are able to get advantage attacks.
Yes.
Advantage flanking as it begins turning around, grabbing the walls of the cave and begins running back.
Just
inside.
me, or can the spiritual weapon also attack?
Just you. Yeah, just you.
Okay.
So both Tobias and Sturmir will get advantage swings with a natural 20 and a 21.
Yes!
And it goes running back into the cave, and it falls. What would you like to do?
Astrid is screaming,
Astrid.
"Who's puny now?" That's all she's doing. She's just screaming.
Okay.
Who's puny now?
Well, as you're screaming, Tobias, as the troll crumbles
It's
to
gonna
the
get right
ground,
back up, isn't it?
you can see its body moving and some of its wounds healing as it slams a fist onto the ground, stands back up, grabs its iron claw, and seems very pissed off. And you are now the only one in its range.
All right.
For now. Just gonna redraw my.
I'm gonna also bonus
square.
action give Steermere a little encouragement
Okay.
and say something clever. That's what I say.
Something clever.
Insert something cool here in this space.
Insert meme here.
Yes, exactly. So I'm just gonna go, get in there, finish him off! And
So-
you have Bardic.
Here comes an iron claw towards Tobias. 20.
That just meets.
Okay. 4. As it slams down into you, you take 18 slashing damage.
Oh,
Oof.
It is going to meet you, if you are still standing, with another iron claw
uh-huh.
for a 19.
Oh, thank goodness that misses.
And then it's going to try and reach down and
Oh,
bite you
damn it.
for a 17.
Oh, thank
So,
Odin.
the first iron claw, you see in your excitement, Astrid, as this creature falls, it suddenly turns to a face of oh shit as you feel the ground shake as its fist slams into the cave wall. It stands back up, picks up the iron claw that it's wielding. You see it scrape and spark against the cave and slam into Tobias, and then it carves against the cave wall again, and it goes to bite Tobias, but he's able to dodge out of the way. As Gwyn, it is your turn. What was dead just rose again.
Yes, that is quite a problem indeed. Let me check some distance mirror. Oh, how nice of him to stay in range. That's very kind. Yeah, we're gonna keep this sucker down. We're gonna go with a chill touch for a 22 to hit.
That hits. And he
Perfect.
is
6
not
points of
looking
necrotic
good.
damage. And he cannot regain health until the start of my next turn.
Indeed. Anything else?
Nope, that'll do it.
Sturmir.
Well, I'm gonna get in there like was told. And
I like him, Gwen. He follows directions.
Thunderwave.
Okay, what am I rolling? Con? What is it? Or strength?
It's
What
at
is it?
second level, so it's on, I believe, yeah.
Con and a failed save, but if he succeeds, it is half when you cast it at second level, so it's 3d8. Let me see if he succeeds. He does, but you still do half damage. And it's
Roll.
3d8.
3d8. Okay.
Okay. You cast this thunder wave, there's a large boom within this cave, and the troll again drops the iron claw and falls backwards to the ground. Tobias, what would you like to do?
It falls to the ground. Oh, I'm gonna. Okay, so it's like it looks down.
It looks dead.
I'm gonna pick up its iron claw and run as far as I can with it.
What's your strength?
Oh, it's 11.
You go to pick up the iron claw. It is not only triple the size of you, it is also heavy as all goddamn hell. This is a weapon meant for a troll, and as you go to pick it up, Astrid, you just see no movement whatsoever. If you try any further, you fear you may
Hurt myself.
pop your hip.
Okay, well, if that's the case, I guess I'll I'll double tap.
Okay, so make 2 attacks.
Oh, double tap as in like I'm.
Make
Oh,
sure
right,
instead.
right. Make an
Yeah.
attack then.
Yeah, I don't have 2 attacks yet. I
Yeah,
wish.
yeah. Make an attack then.
At
You-
advantage.
Yes, because it is technically prone.
Ah,
So you strike into it, you leave a solid chunk out of its stomach. Astrid.
Me again already?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry, I'm being a very poor player. I'm eating. Tobias, are you looking a little rough around the edges?
yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty rough.
First thing I would like to do
Never did use my bonus action.
is I'm going to take out my fancy and rare crossbow and go ahead and just take a shot in that, double tap kind of way.
Okay.
And it's on the ground. Is it big enough that I don't get disadvantage because it's on the ground?
Yeah, that rule is stupid when it comes to gigantic creatures. So
Okay.
I'll just say it's a
I
normal
think so
roll.
too, but I was just checking.
Yeah, so normal roll.
Nah.
So 14. The bolt. So you fire it, and it just kind of it goes in a few inches deep into his foot,
Mhm.
and kind of just sticks.
It
there.
feels good.
It feels good.
I at least hit it. I
You're
hit it.
picking his toes out.
And
Yeah.
and if there's anything else you wish to do,
Yeah, I'm gonna move up to there and yell, Tobias, are you okay? And that is my healing word.
okay, and well, as you heal him for 7,
Yay.
the troll is not moving and he is dead.
Yes. All
Yeah.
right.
Thor has granted me strength. Thank Odin.
Thor has granted me competency in the sense that he granted you 3 competency. Thank you for saving me. I have had a rough day, friends.
It's alright, just take a look at me because Freya has granted me, well, all this.
And to kind
All of that.
just speed up the looting, who would like to go
Yeah.
into the cave to investigate? All of you?
Oh, hell yes.
Can I try to pick up the claw?
What's your strength?
17.
You go to pick it up. You're having an easier time than Tobias did for sure, but it's still a bit heavy for you and you're not able to fully wield it.
Okay.
Does Gwyn go into the cave?
Yep, I will go into the cave.
Alright, so I'm just gonna zoop all of you over here. Teleportation
Zoop.
style, right here.
Oh ho, hello.
As you all
Ooh.
begin looking through the cave, the one thing that is very disgusting, the first thing that you notice is as you enter the cave, hanging from the walls and ceiling of this cave, all across it are human bones. And as you look through it, you find... The first thing that you all find is you find a medallion, a single medallion, made up of 2 symbols that seems badly welded together. You see the pin of Odin's eye and the emblem of the Wolves of Shadow. Seems this medallion is a symbol of alliance between the 2 clans. You also find a satchel with... I'll write this down for you and you guys can keep track.
Okay.
I got it.
You find a satchel full of 520 silver and 80 gold pieces. You also find jewels and various precious items for a total of 50 gold worth of stuff.
Look at all that troll treasure.
Yeah, wow, damn. I think
and I just want to go back. If either Sturmir or Tobias would like to wield it, I got my things wrong. It's not that you can't lift it. It's either of you can wield the Iron Claw. It's just when you get to the level where you can do 2 attacks, you can only make 1 with it unless you have an 18 strength.
Oh,
so if I up my strength more. Interesting.
So you can add the Iron Claw to your loot list. I will say it is like carrying around, a gigantic slab of metal. It is way bigger than any of you. As I said, it is meant for a troll.
I was just curious if I could lift it, really.
But you would be able to actually, any of you actually would be able to wield it. You just can't wield it properly unless you have 18 strength.
Got it.
I don't know that I can even pick it up.
I just need to up mine 1.
So you can add the Iron Claw into your inventory list or into your loot list.
Oh, if somebody's going to take it particularly, tell me, just so I have it written down who has it.
So the way this loot is looking, we can have 2 people get like 45 gold and 2 people get like 46 gold. I think that's just the simplest way to cut it.
Yeah. I'll take 45. I have plenty at home.
I would like to take 46 because I am spellcaster.
I will take the 45.
Yeah, also. I'll take 45.
Oh, wait, that means
So-
we have a spare gold.
Or
I will take the
46,
extra gold
whichever.
because it costs me. God darn.
So Sturmir's getting the last 46. And then you have
I'm also a spellcaster.
that welded together medallion and the Iron Claw.
So Astrid is looking at this medallion and just kind of turning it over and over. Is it showing like signs of a lot of age? Is there any indication? I'm just trying to figure out, when the events happened with the 2 spirits that came and basically were like, go avenge us.
Give me an investigation at advantage.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh boy, I don't even know what you rolled. My roll 20 is frozen.
An 8 and a 10.
That's 10.
Yeah.
Oh boy, why? Oh, there it is. Okay.
There it goes.
You can't tell precisely how long it may have been here. It doesn't look fresh, but it doesn't look old.
Okay.
You don't have the precise.
Okay. I turn to my companions and I say, aside from, killing a troll king, ? I think that our host and also my father will want to know about this alliance and attempt. It would be nice to be able to honor those who fell this way.
I
I've not
agree.
been home to my clan in some time.
If you would, Astrid, I would like to take that medallion with me as I say the final rites to the warriors we have avenged.
Of course, please, here.
And as you are
I don't-
given...
I don't think we've ever asked you this, Stamir, but what clan are you from?
I hail from the clan of Odin's Eye.
Don't remember seeing you before.
I've been
And I would
gone
remember.
for some time.
Well, I
Oh.
will be sure that my father knows of your valor.
You have picked the right group to have accompany you during this journey. We will be venturing back a bit after a while. I don't know if you care to join us, but it is safer to travel in a group than it is to travel alone.
Whenever I am available, I will, of course, join you.
Excellent.
And who's taken the Iron Claw, if anyone?
I'll hold on to it for now.
Alright, so if you want to just add to your inventory, Iron Claw. But you guys have your loot. Eventually you gather up and head towards the entrance of the cave once more. And Tobias, as you leave, and all of you would see slowly approaching once again are the two undead captains. As they approach you, Tobias, they seem to have one of them they approach you seemingly hand in hand as they present their hands towards you, and one of them points to the medallion.
Does this belong to you?
They give you one of them gives you a nod with their hand open.
Do they want it back?
Yeah, I'll hold it out. But I do humbly ask, spirits, if I may have a sign to deliver back to your families. I'm sure they've been worried for some time.
They look at each other, and they look back at you, and they just continue the gesture of hand open for the medallion.
Very well then. I extend my hand, and if they want it, I'm not gonna keep it from them.
One of them... sorry.
But I will try my best to look into which families you came from and try my best to give you your final rights.
And as you all do that, and as all of you kind of stand around watching this display, the specters, they both simultaneously grab the medallion, and they're surprised by how they've been welded together. But after a moment, each of them, you notice they both look into each other's eyes and grab each other's hands in what could be a gesture of true friendship and alliance, as a bright golden light begins emanating from the ghostly hands, being absorbed by the medallion. They look at you all as the bright light shines. They bid you a farewell with a bow, disappearing into the mists, as the only trace they leave behind is this pin and medallion. And it is in the snow, glowing a bright golden shine.
I pick up the fusion pin metal.
As you pick it up, you feel power emanating from this medallion. As once Roll20 cooperates, I'll be able to show it to you.
Nice.
As before you now hold in your hands
The wolf-side
the
medallion.
wolf-side medallion.
Neat. Am I the only one who sees this, or does everyone?
Everyone would have seen this.
Okay.
Wow. Cool.
Wow.
Nice.
And
This is really neat.
with the farewell to the ghosts, who now can finally rest in the afterlife instead of infesting the woods, you see the mists around you gradually abandon the forest. You hear animals chirping and making sounds around you once more. You can hear the sound of refreshing rain without wind falling on your face. For the first time, you are perhaps glad to hear the pouring rain reminding you that you are still alive and that you can still feel something. And as you ponder this medallion for your journey, you continue onwards, thanks to the sunlight filtering through the canopy, before eventually, after a few hours of walking, you can hear voices and noises. Sounds indicating that you have reached your destination of Varmfors. As you're walking just ahead, you spot a middle-aged man picking up twigs covered in lichens from the ground. And when he sees you, he gets up, caresses his beard, and greets you. Good day, travelers. What brings you here? And he kind of inquires, without really waiting for an answer, as he continues on to say, if you've come to solve the dispute between the wolves and the eye, may the gods bless you. It's unbearable. It's been going on for more than a week. As he turns his back to you and gestures for you to follow him as you walk into town and as we end the session.
Ooh.
Ooh, fun.
So, with that, thank you all for playing. Gray, as Sturmir, thank you for joining us for this session. But for now, let us say goodbye to YouTube, everyone.
Goodbye, YouTube.
YouTube.
Goodbye, YouTube, and see you on the next session of Journey to Ragnarok.